The movie starts in 1945 with a military aircraft flying in the sky. Inside the plane are two soldiers who are finally heading home after World War II has ended. Everything seems fine, but then they realize the plane is flying right over the Bermuda Triangle. Suddenly, the plane's instruments start malfunctioning in strange ways. Nothing is working properly. The two soldiers have no idea what's going on. Then, out of nowhere, huge, terrifying joint birds appear in the sky. They go on, and suddenly, something starts banging right against the plane's windshield. The plane begins shaking violently. Things get so bad that they realize there's no saving it now. With no other option left, both of them put on parachutes and jump out. One soldier somehow lands on a nearby island and survives. But the other guy isn't so lucky. Just as he's about to hit the water, a huge, dangerous crocodile suddenly bursts out and swallows him whole in midair. And that's where the story jumps ahead by several years. Now we see another aircraft flying over the same area. On this plane, we find Han traveling with his daughter, Lynn. But Han clearly isn't happy because Lynn's boyfriend, Shane, is also on the same flight. Just as the tension between them is about to rise, the plane suddenly starts shaking violently again. The turbulence is so intense that all the passengers panic and immediately put on their oxygen masks. Just like before, this plane is also flying over the Bermuda Triangle. Slowly, all the plane's systems start failing one by one. Suddenly, those same joint birds come back and start crashing into the plane. One of the engines even catches fire. Now the situation is totally critical. A part of the plane breaks off midair, and several passengers fall out. Amid all this chaos, somehow Han Lin manages to reach. Meanwhile, the pilots are trying their best to bring the plane down. But a smooth landing is out of the question. The plane crashes into the sea at high speed, and the plane crashes into a rock. The impact is so strong that the plane breaks into two pieces. The passenger section spins through the air and falls near the edge of the island. After a while, he regains consciousness. He's alive but badly injured. Seeing the scene around, everyone is shocked. The plane is completely destroyed, and very few people have survived. But the real problem is just beginning. They soon realize there's no drinking water on the island, and no one has phone signal. Understanding how serious the situation is, everyone starts gathering useful stuff from the passengers' belongings to survive. But deep down, Hay knows the truth. They can only survive like this for about 2 days at most. Summoning his courage, he decides to venture into the forest in search of food and water. Shane and a professor who also survived the crash join him. The three of them head into the woods. After walking for quite a while, they find a small hut. It looks like it was built by a soldier who survived the crash back in 1945. The hut. Inside, they find some weapons and a diary written in English. The professor reads it and then reveals something shocking. There are dangerous monsters living on this island. Hearing this, Hart gets really stressed and immediately runs back towards the shore with Shane to warn the others. Meanwhile, on the crash side, a guy is fighting with a flight attendant over the last remaining bottle of water. Suddenly, another guy shows up and attacks the first guy. A fierce fight breaks out between them right by the sea. He goes. A guy tries to stop them, but everyone else just stands there watching like it's some kind of show. Then Lee's pregnant wife, Jia, comes running and pulls him away. Somehow, they manage to separate the two. But just then, there's a splash in the sea. Everyone looks over, and in a matter of seconds, a huge crocodile suddenly jumps out and attacks the guy who was trying to break up the fight, killing him instantly. Now everyone's completely terrified. Lee quickly starts getting everyone out of there. A little while later, when Han, Sean, and when the professor comes back, he sees those huge crocodile footprints. He realizes how dangerous the situation is and starts following the tracks. Meanwhile, the crocodile has already begun hunting the survivors, picking them off one by one. In all this chaos, Fong and a girl named Saw move off in one direction, while Lee, Jia, Lin, and the others head the other way. After a while, Lee's group reaches a clear river. They feel safe there, so everyone takes a break, drinks some water, and cleans themselves up. Suddenly, there's a noise in the bushes. Everyone freezes in fear. But then they see Han, Shane, and the professor coming out of the bushes. They all breathe a sigh of relief. But Han immediately tells everyone to stay quiet. Something's nearby, and then it appears. Behind a big rock, a crocodile is hiding, ready to attack. One passenger unknowingly steps toward it, and in the next moment, The crocodile grabs him and eats him. Panic spreads again. Everyone starts running to save their lives. The crocodile goes straight for Han. He jumps on it, but quickly saves himself by jumping onto a nearby rock. Meanwhile, another guy's foot gets stuck between the stones, and the crocodile brutally kills him too. Now they realize that staying out in the open means death. So, they all head back to the soldier's hut. From there, they grab some weapons and decide to spend the night there. The next morning, he gets up early and goes into the jungle to look for fruits. Meanwhile, Feng and Sao are still alive. While walking, they come across a big spider web. By accident, Sao bumps into a tree and gets stuck on a sticky web. The green liquid spills. Feng laughs at it, and they both head to the nearby river to wash it off. But what they don't know is that the liquid was actually joint spider eggs. Meanwhile, Lin wakes up on the roof and goes out with Shane to look for Ha. But as soon as they step outside, they freeze. Joint spiders are all around them. Lin quickly goes back inside and wakes everyone up, including Gia and Li. Everyone realizes there's only one way to get out now. Sneak out quietly without making a sound. Li grabs a stick and slowly leads them forward. But then, a sticky liquid from a spider falls on a man. He panics, and the spider kills him in the next moment. Now everyone starts running to save their lives. The spiders chase after them. Their screams echo throughout the forest, and the sound reaches a nearby hand, not far away. As soon as he hears it, he realizes something's wrong and immediately runs back. Meanwhile, the group suddenly stops while running because a spider is blocking their path ahead. It's about to attack Jia and Li. Just then, the professor steps forward. Now he's there, throwing stones at him. Then he separates himself and runs into the forest. Li and Shane want to follow him, but more spiders show up, so they have to run the other way. After a while, they hide in some bushes, holding their breath. The spiders climb up the trees, and just then, he arrives. He sees everything hidden and also notices the spiders above. Instead of going to the group, he shouts loudly to draw the spiders' attention toward himself. And that's exactly what happens. The spiders start chasing after him. People fall, and the rest manage to get out safely. Yeah, Hack runs fast and reaches the hut. Inside, the professor also arrives safely. But the spiders are still outside and attack the hut after a while. In the struggle, the professor gets badly injured and dies. Now Hack is all alone. A spider attacks him. Out of desperation, Hack breaks through the wall and gets out. Then he pulls out a grenade, takes the pin off, and throws it at the spider. Boom. The spider is destroyed in the explosion, and Hack runs away from there. Meanwhile, Lee is with the group. They keep moving forward and reach a river. As they try to cross it, a crocodile attacks again. This time, Lin is the target. Without thinking twice, Shane jumps in front of her to save her. But at the last moment, Han pulls Shane away and saves his life. The crocodile goes back into the water. After this, Lin gets emotional, hugs Han, and apologizes for her behavior. Meanwhile, Fink and Sao are near the river. As Sao steps into the water, the crocodile attacks from below. She grabs Feng's leg for help. But instead of saving her, Feng kicks her away and leaves her, and Sao gets dragged into the water with the crocodile. Moving ahead, he and the others reach the wreckage of the 1945 plane. There, they find a machine gun and a radio. The radio doesn't work properly, but with Lin's help, they manage to contact the military. The military gets ready to send help. Now everyone heads toward the noise. On the way, they run into Feng again. He's alive and gives them a clear warning. Lin, and stay away from Shane. Ahead is a big river that we have to cross. Jia is pregnant, so she can't swim. So, everyone works together to build a raft for her. Yeah, Han takes a rope and swims to the other side to pull the raft across. Everything is going fine. Then Han feels something strange. He looks into the water. A crocodile is coming fast towards them. Everyone panics. Han quickly gets Shane and Lin out. He throws the rope and runs back in fear. Lee understands the situation and sacrifices himself. He jumps on the raft. Ko pushes and falls behind. Jia breaks down seeing this. Then the crocodile attacks again. Han fires at it with a machine gun and tells everyone to run. The crocodile chases Han. Meanwhile, Feng falls. Lin comes back to save him, but Feng pushes her toward the crocodile and runs away himself. Just then, Han comes back and fires to distract the crocodile. But Kev gets hit by a bullet meant for Feng. Scared, Feng dies of a heart attack right there, and the crocodile eats him. By night, everyone reaches a cave. Inside, the crocodile is resting. Xingya tells everyone to go outside and slowly sneaks inside to find Lin, who's trapped near the crocodile's tail, but still alive. Just then, the crocodile wakes up and starts firing. Xingya seizes the chance to get Lin out. Then Ha pulls the crocodile further inside. Shin comes back with an X and asks him to find a grenade. Shin finds the grenade. First, X throws a distraction to grab the crocodile's attention, and then at the right moment, he throws the grenade right into its mouth. The explosion shakes Crocodile from inside, and he falls down. Everyone thinks it's all over. But suddenly, Crocodile comes back to life and attacks Han again. This time, Han reacts quickly. He jumps at him with a dagger and slashes from his neck down to his stomach. Now it's really over. Shane and Han come out. Lane and Jia are happy to see them alive. Everyone then heads towards the noise, and as they reach there, they see rescue helicopters arriving in the morning light from afar, bringing an end to their terrifying ordeal. The nightmare finally ends.